Hello, my lovely angels. This is your girl Sim back with another episode of the Sim Squad. Hi. Today's haul is such a good one because two perfumes I had tested in Beauty World Middle East, which was last year, and two of the perfumes you've been requesting a lot because they're new releases from Lattafa. And then I have one perfume that I've been like grab it and you'll see how much I've used. Guys, for Lattafa I don't have a code for you, but I'll see if I have any codes for anything whatsoever. I'll mention it on the screen. You can get some monies off, or you can just wait for Prime Day, which I think is coming up soon, end of July. So to start with, I have two Lattafas. That's the Habik, her and him. They have not written like his, hers or anything. It's just pink and purple. So let me start with the female version first. This is the box. It has this velvety cutout thingy. It's very nice, but the box is like light, and then the bottle itself is insane. I mean, would you look at that? Oh my word. It's gorgeous. So when I saw this bottle, I was like, this specific color was interesting, and I think half of y'all will guess what it smells like. And the dude version is the same, but I'll do that later. Let me just break down the notes for you and give you the details first. This retails only for $35 for a 100 ml bottle. Fragrantica, when I checked, it wasn't listed, or it was listed but it was very fresh, and I don't want to give you that rating because it will not make sense. Top notes are bergamot and pear, middle notes of jasmine, lily of the valley and freesia, and the bottom notes of base notes of musk, dry amber and oak moss. The opening is so bright, so juicy, bubbly, kind of reminds me of Versace Crystal, also the pink one, and then the Dylan. There's so many perfumes that are coming to mind, but it's that opening is a very designer opening, which is a common DNA. I won't call it generic because it does not smell generic. It will not smell like room sprays or body sprays or mist or something. Actually, you know what? A little bit it does. And as a matter of fact, it's reminding me of something. Wait a minute. Okay, so I was thinking about this for the longest time. It's reminding me of Thousand Wishes or something. A Thousand Wishes was it called? By Bath and Body Works. So close. And there was a time that I was obsessed with it because the glitter packaging. I had everything. I had the glitter scrub. No, the scrub was the normal one. Glitter, there was something glitter, the body wash or something. And then I had the body cream, I had the spray, everything, and I used it for quite some time, but this was like ages ago. So the opening, definitely you have your bergamot, but it's not very citrusy. It's more of that pear. It's very bubblegum juicy opening. And then you have your florals, but the florals are there in a very perfumey sense. You will not smell like a proper jasmine or freesia or everything they're mentioning. It's giving you a sense of certain florals. The grounding notes of oak moss, musk, little bit of creaminess, a little bit of grounding, but overall the perfume remains very fresh, effervescent, bubbly, fruity floral. Actually floral, fruity perfume. So this is very fruity. Although pear is listed as the main note, just think of these perfumes, right? Dylan Purple, your Versace Bright Crystal, and most importantly, Thousand Wishes by Bath and Body Works. If you're obsessed with any of these perfumes, you're gonna love Habik. And this is easily one of the perfumes that you would wear. This is definitely a perfume you'll wear to run daily errands. You could also wear this with a girl's day out. I definitely see this being a crowd pleaser, but maybe for a younger generation. And also, I would wear it for it. I'm not from the younger generation, not even close, but I would still wear this to the office maybe, or actually, you know what, not the office. I mentioned this again and again. In the office, I like to impress a little bit. So this would be my going to the grocery, or even sometimes hanging out with my friends and everything. But I can't stress enough, this is probably aligned for a younger audience. I wouldn't call this juvenile though. Like it's still wearable by everybody, but it does give you a very youthful feel. It's very cheerful. It just makes you happy. So I do like this perfume quite a bit. Initially, I'd given this a 7 out of 10. I'm going to change my rating to an 8.5. I'm quite a bit liking this, and this is why I always have a pencil at hand, because I keep changing my ratings and everything all the time. Even when I know maceration update due for a very long time, but even when I do maceration updates, my ratings completely change. This is definitely quite feminine, suitable for spring, summer. No Middle Eastern vibe. I would say the projection is like around 2 feet. Longevity is 6 to 7 hours. You need to top off. Yeah. Actually, I won't even say 6. I'll give it 5 to 6 hours. This is one of those perfumes that no matter how much you douse yourself in it, it won't last the entire day. This is one of the fragrances you need to top off at least twice a day or thrice a day. The celebrity I chose for this was Hilary Duff, just because of that girl next door, you know, one of that generation, to be like very precise, 2000s, or I don't even know if she was 1990s or 2000s. But yeah, think of Hilary Duff as girl next door and you will get the gist of this perfume. The pink I've chosen for this is the exact pink color I would say was for, I need to put that pencil down before I poke myself somewhere I shouldn't be poking myself. The pink of the Versace crystal, not this pink. That pink is more appropriate. The temperature for this is neutral and the presence is moderate. Next we have its brother. It's also called Habik. Same box, but it has like this velvety purple along with this blackish chrome oxidized thingy. And this is the bottle. Again, very gorgeous. It has these studs all over. Very beautiful bottle. And this is supposed to smell like Jean Paul Limal Essence, which is a discontinued perfume. So if you're looking for a perfume, if you like that perfume and it's discontinued and you're like, you know what, why did you do that? This probably is perfect for you. This is a very woody aromatic perfume, completely opposite vibe, but I can see a teenage love, girl and guy, wearing these two perfumes together. They go together very well as well. This one on Fragrantica has got 4.29 and I'm assuming this is when I actually took down notes. Again, retails for $35 for 100 ml. Top notes are cardamom, pepper, artemisia and bergamot. Middle sage, lavender and cinnamon. And your base has sandalwood, patchouli, tonka bean, amberwood and musk. So of course it has your pepper, your spices, cinnamon, and then you have a whole lot of aromatics. So you have your sage, artemisia, your, what was it, lavender, mixed with a little bit of that fresh bergamot, which is a very masculine leaning DNA, which normally turns a perfume a little blue. Now why this perfume is not turning blue is because of those base notes, and you have a lot of creamy sandalwood, musk, you have your patchouli, which is quite dry and earthy, and then you have your sweet amber and a little bit of tonka bean as well. And that's where this perfume kind of changes from that blue perfume to a very nice, likable perfume. I don't see a person not liking this perfume. I don't want to use the word mature. It's masculine, but it has a little powderiness, it has a little earthiness, it has some sweetness, but it has a whole lot of that herbal aromatics with your spices and everything. So it has a perfect balance of everything. It's not turning too aromatic where it becomes like an apothecary perfume or something. It's not too powdery or too woody or too anything. It's just very well balanced. I can see a person pulling this off anyway. It's definitely leaning quite a bit masculine, and I would say this is suitable more for cooler weather or evening wear. Formal setting more, but you know what, on regular basis also, if you wear this to the office or like I'm imagining for some reason with these two, I'm imagining a younger youthful crowd. So maybe in your college or I don't know, uni, you have like the girl wearing this and a guy wearing this. It can go there as well. But I can see a person wearing this during meetings as well in the office. It's a very elegant masculine fragrance. You do feel a familiarity because of those with the perfume going a little blue and aromatic, but then you have this very creamy, powdery and woody base, which changes the perfume, grounds the perfume, let's just call it. Yeah, masculine. I cannot wear this on myself, although I like wearing masculine fragrances, but this again, because of that blue aromatic element, I don't see myself wearing this on myself, but I would love to smell this on Ali. Evenings or cooler weather, no Middle Eastern vibe. I would say projection is 2 to 3 feet, and this one, the longevity is better than the other one, so I would say is around 7 hours. My rating for this is easily 9 out of 10. I quite like this one. So this one, initially I thought it was a 7 because I thought, oh, 1,000 wishes, oh, it's so generic. But then I smelled this one and I was so impressed. But right now, even this, like 8.5 is a, trust me, for a fruity fragrance, you know me very well, right? So fruity fragrances, it needs to impress me, otherwise I will not like it. Celebrity for this is Reggae John. Very effortlessly charismatic, but even when he was young, he had this old school gentleman vibe. The color perception, although they chose this color, for me it's reminding me of a very, like a sage green color, but turning a little blue and a little dark. Let me try and figure out what it's called, but I'll put the color up for you over here. Now next I have 2 perfumes for you from Riiffs. I had visited their stall in Beauty World Middle East. This is what I was talking about. And I had seen Noor and Areebah. And both of these, Noor, that this DNA was not that popular at that time. So it was a bit like, ooh, gourmand. And you know, I was very like, you know, obviously, because at that time, this DNA, you know what's coming for you now, yeah? But Areebah was something I was so impressed with. So, by the way, this one rotates and opens, and most of this time you'll find it getting stuck. Okay, for me, because I've placed it properly now, so it turns. Look at that! Oh, look at that! It has its own stand and everything. It has this ribbon, so it's easier to pull. But initially, when I got this, it had this plastic cover on this that kind of crumpled. So when I was trying to open it, it wasn't opening. So what you need to do is not try to open it like this. You need to open it upside down. Just trust me, just shake it a little bit, okay? This is a hack I'm giving you. And then just try to open it like this, but keep your hands down. Although the ribbon is there, it might fall off. So just a hack in case your perfume is also getting stuck when you buy it. Packaging is so luxe, so insane. This whole, what do you call that door? Revolving door, sort of. And that is the bottle. It looks like a dagger. The Arabian dagger, you know, or a popsicle. I don't know. It looks like an Arabian dagger, to be honest with you, and it comes with this stand. But the stand is very, very flimsy because it's made of very light plastic. But that's how it's supposed to stand. It's nice. I like it so much. So Noor is a gourmand that smells like, ta-da, Bianco Latte. If you smell this in the air, or any other Bianco Latte inspiration in the air, you'll find them all smelling nearly the same. It's only when it reaches the dry down that you feel a slight difference between all of them. And I know you've been waiting for that video, I'm so sorry. But they all have slight differences. For example, this one, okay, let me tell you the statistics and everything first. So it's obviously classified as a gourmand. On Fragrantica, it's got 4.62. It retails for $68 for 100 ml. The top notes are caramel and milk, and that's exactly how it opens. Very milky, very caramelly. It's definitely quite lactonic, but it has like a powdery way about it, like milk powder way about it. Heart, you have warm gourmands with lily of the valley. Remember the lily of the valley, okay? And in the base you have praline, vanilla and musk, because I was reading musk and vanilla together. Guys, I'm so sorry. I don't know how you guys put up with me sometimes. It's overall, it's a very milky caramel, praline, vanilla, musk fragrance. This is your base with all the DNAs of Bianco Latte. It's the floral part, or they add like a little bit of something, you know, some people have added berries, some people have added some sort of aromatic, a slight bit, and most of the people have added either orange blossom, jasmine, or in their case, a lily of the valley. What this lily of the valley is doing is it's making it a little bit easier to wear. It's just becoming a bit lighter, a little bit more ethereal. It's kind of in the air, literally, not heavy, not weighing you down, not making you feel sickly or overly caramel gourmand or too lactonic even for that matter. Because if this DNA turns too milky, you can wear it still, but only during fall, winter. This one you can pull it off still. In spring as well, for example, probably not in summer. Like as of now, I can't imagine wearing this perfume. Inherently, I do like this DNA, but it's just that when everybody started releasing inspos, as a reviewer, it becomes a bit much, right? You're always reviewing the same kind of perfumes and you're just like, there's nothing new about this, and that's unfair to the brands as well. I was mentioning this to someone in my comments as well. I would wear this probably at home when I'm lazing around, or if I'm reading a book, which is, to be honest with you, never, because my ADHD won't allow it. Third line, it's all a blur. If I'm relaxing, watching TV, my comfort thing is to watch Harry Potter, cozied up in a blanket, drinking a nice cup of warm herbal tea or coffee or matcha of late. Yeah, I'm one of those now, guys. I like my matcha. I'm so sorry. I just love it so much, especially with oat milk and iced one. And especially because it's hot in Dubai right now, it's so refreshing. And it gives me that little bit of caffeine that I need. So I'm trying to drift away from that black coffee that I drink all the time to a little bit of matcha as well. So, and I deviated again. To all the new subscribers, I'm so sorry. Very, very feminine, fall, winter, no Middle Eastern vibe. I would say it projects 1 foot only. Yeah, it's very, very intimate and cozy. Longevity, I would say, is like 6 to 7 hours. The celebrity I chose for this is Rachel Weisz. She's elegant, timeless. The color perception I chose was ivory cream. That's the color I choose, I think, for all the Bianco Latte DNAs. Temperature, I would say, is warm, and the presence is very, very mild. It's mild, yeah. Now next we have brother or elder sister. That's your Areebah. So the moment I saw this name, I was like, Areebah. I was trying to like do the, you know. So I was trying to go with like a Areebah, but it doesn't come off as a word. Anyhow, again, gorgeous bottle. Let me take it out because I'm scared to drop it. So that's the bottle. Silver as opposed to gold and cream. So this one is, it's not really visible on camera, but this is a very, very, very dark purple. So when you see it in the light, it's like rich, rich, rich purple. And of course it comes with a silver stand as well. So that's how the bottle presentation looks like. Now Areebah. Areebah is a woody oriental. This is a very old school DNA. It smells like Queen of Silk by Creed. It's compared to that, and it's very, very close. All I can say is that don't expect it to be a one-on-one dupe. Let me tell you a little bit more about the perfume and then I can go into the details. Fragrantica 4.4, so people adore it. The top notes are saffron, tropical fruits and osmanthus. In the middle you have patchouli, frangipani and oud. And in the base you have Madagascar vanilla, cedarwood and musk. Saffron is the first note they have mentioned. And this one is a very, very medicinal, cold saffron. But it comes along with these tropical fruit notes, which is a very synthetic note. It doesn't smell like fresh tropical platter of fruits. No, it's a very essence of tropical fruits kind of scent. From the get-go, it smells exotic but old school. Now in the center you have patchouli, frangipani and oud. Oud is not ouding at all. Like, I was actually in disbelief. It's that woody portion of the oud. It's not the barnyardy oud. It's not even like a proper of course it's not real oud. When I say oud and when people put down oud as a note, it's a synthetic one. It's not the actual oud oil, which is a very, very expensive ingredient, right? The oud they've used in this is slightly bitter. It's quite cold and woody. And then it's mixed with a very earthy patchouli along with frangipani. And frangipani like is a flower that can very quickly make me feel like it's an aunt smell, like one of your aunts smell like this. And that's another note along with those tropical synthetic thing mixed with these two. I think you know where I'm going with this, right? Like, it reminds me of old school perfumes. Now in the dry down you have your Madagascar vanilla, cedarwood and musk. It also kind of gets a little incensey, which probably is the oud as well, but it comes only after maybe 15 minutes that you start smelling it to be a little incensey as well. The vanilla is definitely giving you a little bit of sweetness and cedarwood adding a lot of woodiness to the perfume, and these nuances are making it smell a little bit more complex than just a simple lip gloss oil that I used to smell in my childhood. Overall, when it completely dries down, you start smelling this mix of saffron still, very, very prominent surprisingly. The oud, which is with this, especially mixed with saffron, smelling slightly medicinal bitter, but you have that strong frangipani and your tropical synthetic fruits mixed with your earthy notes, your woody notes and your musk. If you smell the DNA of Queen of Silk and if you like it, you will like this one for sure. I would say this is solely suitable for fall, winter and to be worn at night. There is a Middle Eastern vibe, but it's very, very moderate. The projection surprisingly is only 1 to 2 feet and the longevity is good on this one. 7 hours at least, if not more. I would give this perfume a rating of 8 out of 10 because it's an occasional perfume for me. It instantly reminded me of like kings and queens because it does feel very rich and elegant. It's opulent but understated, so it's not going to project like crazy or be obnoxiously bold or anything like that. Instead, it is understated, but when people pass by you, they will definitely turn heads and see who this person is because it's very, very unique. The celebrity I've chosen for this is Cate Blanchett, but don't take her as Galadriel, please. Cate Blanchett as a person, she has this, she's like a timeless beauty, but she has this elegance and there's some kind of royalty about her. At least that's what I feel. The color perception for this is a royal purple. Temperature I would say is cool. It's not cold, but it's cool, and the projection is moderate. Now last but not the least, for this video I have a perfume that I've used so much and this was sent to me. Yeah, actually Habik is the 2 Lattafas bought for myself. Riiffs was sent to me and this one was also sent to me. This is the Ajmal Untold Stories collection. Now I have only the chapter 4, but I'm eyeing chapter 2 as well because that's a fig perfume, and you know me, I love me my fig perfumes. They have like a packaging that is a eco-friendly one, so this is going to go back to the earth and everything. That's the packaging. This is a 50 ml bottle. I won't lie, this is a little bit pricey. It's not a cheap perfume. This is a chapter 4, which is a very cherry heavy perfume, and very quickly it became my favorite cherry perfume ever. This is their own creation, but I wouldn't say it's an uninspired perfume because this is definitely a DNA a lot of people have been doing, starting with Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. Rich, rummy cherry. That's the opening. Quite sweet as well, but the sweetness is not cheap. It's like a poshy sweet. It's a fruity gourmand. Fragrantica is 4.05. It retails $85 for a 50 ml. So it's a very pricey perfume for sure. But this is from one of their ranges, which is... Okay, let me not spoil it. This perfume, the opening till the dry down, 2 different perfumes. Okay, that's why I'm calling it their own creation. Top notes is olibanum and pink pepper. Heart notes of black cherry, caramel and davana. And the base notes are leather, cedarwood, sandalwood, benzoin, patchouli, peru balsam and cypriol. Take the notes with a grain of salt because in the opening they say olibanum and pink pepper. Yes, you do smell the olibanum. Pink pepper, maybe just a hint. But what you smell mostly, it's a very boozy black cherry. So rich, so jammy, and so jammy, but like imagine if the jam was like dark, almost blackish cherry color, and if it had like mild sweetness, and it was actually made in a kitchen, specially prepared for you, it smells like that. It doesn't smell like the jar or can or anything of any kind of compote or marmalade or jam. This perfume is going to change drastically, and the change doesn't happen immediately, which is why I like this perfume. Let's say for the initial 20 minutes to 30 minutes, you smell this boozy, jammy black cherry with your little bit of spice. You have your olibanum, which is your frankincense, by the way. When a person says olibanum in the perfume, it's kind of smelling like your resinous, aromatic frankincense. Gorgeous, slightly smoky. In 20 minutes, changes. Now you're smelling it to be very powdery, very smoky. Kind of reminds me of the black cherry perfume Ophidian by Paris Corner as well. But there's a big difference between the two. That one opens very wine-like, which is why I specifically said wine, not cherry in that. This is a very boozy, jammy cherry, and it's very rich. I can't stress enough. And then that one dries down to a very oud perfume, right? Smoky oud perfume. This one dries down to a very powdery, smoky perfume. Now the cherry liquor or that boozy cherry smell, it stays for the longest time. Even when it's drying down, that is your prominent note that's going to stay till the end. While its fruitiness and intensity slightly reduces to reveal the other notes, the main note is that cherry note. When it dries down, it gets smoky, woody and very resinous. Everything together, all these notes, you have your leather. It's so moderate. Literally, I would say it's like 1% of the perfume, and it's not your leather shop leather. It's a very refined leather note, along with your woody, sandalwood, cedarwood. You have the sweetness from your benzoin, you have your earthy patchouli, but then you have a lot of balsamic resinous notes in this. It gets slightly creamy, slightly powdery, very balsamic, and quite smoky as it dries down. That's why I'm telling you the difference from the opening to the dried out. It is still your cherry perfume, but a very different kind of cherry perfume. I enjoy the journey of this perfume, and I don't remember wearing this perfume and someone has not asked me what I'm wearing. They get a little turned off when I tell them the price. But you know what? For me, this is worth it, and which is why even if the brand doesn't send them to me, I'm going to go and like check out all their, because I think there are 5 untold stories, and I want to pick up all of them one by one, probably not like together, and then I'll make a compilation for you from 1 to 5, even if it's with my own money, because I think there is quality to this perfume. I normally don't like justifying prices, but in this case I am. I know this perfume is sent to me, guys, but if it's expensive and if it's not worth it, please trust me, I will let you know. Yeah, unisex, leaning very feminine, but a guy can pull this off if he's dressed up well. Middle Eastern vibe, I would say, is moderate. It's definitely a perfume you wear to impress people, but impress when I say is like they should look up to you. This is that kind of impression. You can also wear this during dates and everything, but it's a very dark feminine. It'll come across as a very strong woman, you know, almost somebody who likes to wear leather and won't be like, you know, she would care less if people stare at her. The projection is around 2 to 3 feet. The longevity is 8+ hours. The perfume stays, you put it in the laundry, it'll stay. You put it on your skin, it stays all day. This perfume is a 10 out of 10 for me. There was the first spray itself. There are few perfumes that I fall in love immediately. There's some perfumes that puts me in a perfume coma. Amethyst was one of them. This is another one. There are few perfumes that makes you feel certain ways. The celebrity I chose for this was Rooney Mara. Very classy, very upscale, very minimalistic, but in a some kind of attraction you have and you don't even know why you're attracted. That kind of vibe. The black cherry color is the perfect color for this. Your temperature, I would say, is cool and the presence is bold. This one stays and projects, yeah? So that's all for today, guys. So yeah, this was like a very decent haul. I was like actually happy reviewing all these perfumes. Initially, I was a little bit skeptical about this one, but I of late have been liking this a lot. Good time of release because it's so hot outside that I want to smell like fresh, you know. This one, I know it is like not ideally a summer perfume, but in the evening, chef's kiss. For a guy, this perfume, I wish this was a feminine perfume though, because you know, the bottle, because this is going to go in Ali's cabinet. And then you have your Riiffs, the two Riiffs. This is again a Bianco latte. Telling you again and again, choose whichever one you'll choose. They all will smell ultimately of milk, caramel and praline with slight nuances. So choose the one you like with your brand, with your packaging. And Areebah, of course, because it was so unique and everything. Impressed, yeah? Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video because I have to start posting twice a week how I used to, because I've been slacking, and you'll find out why. There's like a big news going to, like probably next month I will make a revelation, and it's a lot, you know, and I have a lot of changes going on in my life, and sometimes it just becomes a little overwhelming to find time. I know if I just stop watching TV I will have a lot of time at hand, you know, but I need that little break. But I'm trying to also detach from that now. Like, I don't need to watch TV, you know. I can watch TV during the weekend, catch up on some shows and stuff, you know. You know, I'm a nerd at heart, so I need like to watch certain series and certain movies. I can't miss them. It's like an obsession. But I don't need to watch everything that comes on Netflix or Amazon, right? So yeah, I do have time, but I just don't know how to manage it, and I'm trying. I'll see you in the next one very, very soon, guys. Bye.